WING FTP Server is an easy-to-use, secure, and reliable FTP server software for Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and Solaris. It supports multiple file transfer protocols, including FTP, FTPS, HTTP, HTTPS, and SFTP, giving your clients flexibility in how they connect to the server. And it provides admins with a web-based interface to administrate the server from anywhere. You can also monitor server performance and online sessions and even receive email notifications about various events taking place on the server. Free edition. After the trial period, you can continue using it as a free edition for non-commercial use. Multiple protocols support FTP, FTPS, SFTP, and HTTPS web-based client. Free client FTP Rush for FTP, SFTP file transfer. Cross-platform. You can run this FTP server software on Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and Solaris. Web-based administration. Just with a web browser, you can administrate the server anytime, anywhere. App iOS and Android app. This Android iOS app helps mobile phone user transfer and manage remote FTP files easily. Event Manager and automation. Use the Event Manager to execute Lua script, send an email notification or run third-party program. Load balance. High availability cluster. WING FTP can be clustered by WING Gateway to deploy a simple load balancing solution. Web link and upload link. Share files or request files with just a web link, and then anyone can send files without login. Database and LDAP. Store user data via XML files or ODBC. MySQL database also support Windows AD, LDAP authentication. Secure file transfer. Encrypted file transfer via FTPS, FTP over SSL, SFTP, FTP over SSH, and HTTPS protocol. FTPS 140-2 uses OpenSSL. FTPS 140-2 validated cryptographic module, certificate #1747. Anti-hammering. It offers you the possibility to prevent hammering, brute force attacks. Login system. IP-based access. Configure IP access rules to allow or deny access to the FTP server. Accounts expiration. Do not let old accounts be available forever, just set them an expiration date. SFB checker. Provide fast SFB checking on the server side to verify the integrity of files. Password policy. Set minimum password length and complexity, or force changing password on first logon. Access schedule. Set up the time of day that you want to allow user account to log on. HTTP to HTTPS redirect. You can force the web client to redirect to its secure URL automatically. Web-based client. Web file transfer via a web browser anytime, anywhere. Multiple domains. 1. You can run multiple virtual servers on the same IP address. Ratio. Disk quota. Every user can be assigned individual disk quota, ratio, and bandwidth. Task scheduler. Use your Lua scripts tasks to appoint an action at a specified time. Lua API. Provide a set of APIs that can be called in Lua scripts or RESTful web service. IPv6 support. You can add IPv6 listeners or IPv6 access rules like IPv4. Virtual directories allows you to map virtual directories to physical directories, and you can also use UNC path or mapped drives for virtual directories. Audit and report. All the FTP transactions will be captured into a database. You can analyze it and generate reports in real time. Multiple languages. Support 15 languages: English, Francais, Deutsch, Italiano, Turkceh, Ceski, Romana, Netherlands, Portuguese, Espanol, Polski. FTP Rush is a free FTP client software for Windows, Android, and iOS. And it is not only an FTP client, but also an FXP client, SFTP client, and TFTP client. With its tabbed Explorer-like interface, you can create multiple tabbed windows for different connections, and easily download or upload files via drag and drop. Skilled users can also try the advanced features like Script Designer, Command Designer, and Condition Transfer, FTP folder synchronization. FTP Server Failover and Cluster. WING Gateway. WING Gateway is a high-performance failover and load balancer module for WING FTP Server. It avoids opening unnecessary inbound ports and prevents sensitive data from being stored in the DMZ, and can provide reverse proxy function for all the WING FTP supported protocols: FTP, FTPS, SFTP, HTTP, HTTPS. Clients transfer files through WING Gateway will have the same experience as connecting to WING FTP directly. WING Gateway also supports load balancing to distribute incoming connections to multiple FTP servers evenly, let you add or remove WING FTP node dynamically without stopping service. To meet the high availability requirement, you can use the failover feature for one server node, and then if the running node fails or goes down, the failover node will carry on. Cross-platform. You can run the server software on Windows, 32-bit Linux and 64-bit Linux. Reverse proxy server for multiple protocols: FTPS, HTTPS, and SFTP. Load balancer cluster. Multiple WING FTP server machines to meet load balancer or high availability needs. Secure file transfer. Avoid opening unnecessary inbound ports and prevents sensitive data from being stored in the DMZ. Secure communication. The communication between WING FTP server and WING gateway is encrypted. Failover server. If the running node fails or goes down, the failover node will carry on. Easy to use. Configure WING gateway with WING FTP's web admin, and you can add or remove WING FTP node dynamically. High performance. Can handle thousands of connections with normal 4-core CPU. Real client IP. See the real client source IP address on WING FTP server. FTP passive mode. Forward map the FTP passive ports automatically. FTP active mode. Auto forward all the data traffic of FTP active mode. What is FTP? The File Transfer Protocol (FTP) is a network protocol used to transfer data from one computer to another through a network, such as over the Internet. FTP is a commonly used protocol for exchanging files over any TCP/IP-based network to manipulate files on another computer on that network regardless of which operating systems are involved, if the computers permit FTP access. What is FTP Server? An FTP File Transfer Protocol server is an ordinary computer with the FTP Server software installed. With the help of FTP Server software, the server can provide an FTP service that allows clients to download and upload files from the server. The physical server can be stored somewhere in your company with a connection to your company's local network that makes employees can share files. You can also connect the FTP server to the Internet. This action may pose a security risk, so the employees can access the data stored on the server from any location at any time. What is FTP Client? FTP Client is a software that enables you to easily download files from an FTP server or upload files to an FTP server. Check this all features of WING FTP Web Edition admin and user panel with nice image and file editing, copy, cut and upload features. It's easy to use Web FTP with secure, effective pricing. Download and purchase through below links and get discount.